The revolution doesn't necessarily have to be violent. I think the revolution can be a revolution of action and ideas. And I think that there's a ton of people out there that are probably listening to this that would like to be able to do something else. When I was like an amateur, I would see guys that were killing, and I'd be like, him, like, why is he doing good? Like, that guy sucks, and this guy sucks, and, you know, how come he got this and he got that? And then I remember thinking, like, this is a gigantic waste of time. And I got into comedy because I'm a fan of comedy. And my concentrating on people that suck or being jealous about people that are doing well does me zero good. But instead, if someone does well, I can be inspired and I can get fired up by it. I mean, I figured this out in my early 20s. I was like, okay, this is I have a poor way of looking at it because it's a martial arts thing. Because in martial arts, like, you can't be jealous of someone else's ability. You have to realize you might have to fight them someday. So by realizing that they're really good, you're forced to be objective about it. And you have to go to work. Like, you have to go, that guy's better than me. I got to get better. And you have to go to work. There's no positive benefit in underestimating someone.
All of the dreams and lofty goals in the world won't amount to anything if you don't have what it takes to stay motivated while you pursue them. Concentrate on yourself and what you want to achieve. Too often, we want to judge others who we see as successful and wonder how they've gotten to where they are. Tearing someone else down doesn't help you in rising to their level, so adjust your mindset to one of personal growth. Look at success objectively and use self-discipline to push yourself forward. Without discipline, the daily tasks you need to accomplish won't get done. You must tell yourself that you have to exercise, eat right, and get sleep. Regardless of how you feel, you just have to do it. Stop looking for excuses and reasons why you can't, and concentrate on making sure it is getting done. Many people are completely unsatisfied with their lives. It may be because their job isn't fulfilling their needs, or it could be just how they spend their free time. Do something that you want to do that brings you happiness. Complaining about it doesn't change anything. The revolution begins with you and what you decide to do with yourself. There is no such thing as being perfect. Improvement is always possible, and the journey is a long, arduous one. Keep improving yourself and stay focused on what is important.
And I think there's very few people out there that know how to force themselves. That's a learned skill. That kind of discipline and focus. You have to have like real rigid requirements of yourself where you don't allow yourself to back out of things and you don't allow yourself to slack off. And I don't think people put those kind of requirements on themselves as if it is a daily principle of life, like what you must get done. And if you did that, I think you'd be healthier and happier, and your body would perform more smoothly. And if you require your body to do things like that, I think it rises to the occasion. There are very few people that have that kind of discipline. So because of that, they come up with excuses. And excuses are a giant part of the problem. It's not simply a physical health issue. There's also mental aspects of it, and discipline's a big one. I just know way too many people who are weak mentally. I can't just chalk it off to only, their physical, the way they physically feel, because I felt like shit 100 times, and then I worked out, and then I felt way better. It's just a fact of life. That's real. People don't know how to do that. And if you're used to doing this, get in your car, sit down, drive to the office, sit down, go to the lunch, sit down, go to the board meeting, sit down, get in your car on the way home, sit down, get home in front of the TV, sit down, then go to the gym. They don't have any energy. Their body's like, I don't have it in me to do this. And I don't believe that. I think it's a lot of it is the mindset. But I think one of the reasons why these people have this deep-seated anger and resentment is there's a bunch of people out there that have these lives that are deeply unsatisfying, because I think somehow or another, through momentum and just through things falling into place the way they are, and people trying to fit their lives around the way these pieces have fallen into place, there are so many people that are working all day long doing something that is deeply unsatisfying and almost painful to them. They're stuck in traffic all day, and then they're they're stuck in a cubicle after that. They relish the time to take a shit in the bathroom and look at their phone. I mean, they literally do that. That's a highlight of someone's day. They get in traffic on the way home. They get home after that, they're watching television. They have deep debt. Yeah, as much as I like to use like the term "that was perfect," there really is nothing perfect in human beings. There's always room for improvement. There's always a shorter path. There's always a quicker victory. There's always there's always new things to learn. And as soon as you start thinking that you've mastered something to the point of an end, like you kind of missed out what it's all about in the first place. It's all about, you're constantly uncomfortable. You're supposed to be constantly uncomfortable. And then in these little victories that you get, the good thing about when people tap, you get I get a little nice feeling right here.
Yeah.
I did it right. And they're like, back to being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And there's no getting around. And then he taps you and you're like, I should have quit while I was ahead. No, because you're missing the point. The point is that it's a long path, a long, arduous path. And I think anything that's worth doing is probably like that.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content.